and welcome to the Crookedrivercast. This is Robert, and that guy way over there, that's Tom, and we're just two guys from Northeast Ohio just trying to keep track of this great state. This is show 49, the week of February 23rd, 2026. Let's talk about the stuff we had to discuss. Let's do it. Well, I almost flubbed that opener. Almost. I almost did. Not, but I saved it last second. In the morning, Tom.
Good morning.
In the morning. Everything okay in your neck of the woods, I trust?
Yep.
Nothing's,
all good. It's all the same.
Because it's horribly itchy over here.
Horribly itchy.
Yeah.
Oh, my jock's all right.
Mine is too, but my poor dog. Who knew such a tough dog could have such sensitive skin? So I have Roxy is an American bully. Not an American bulldog. An American bully. Somebody be thinking, the hell is that? Yeah, so was I when we got her.
Probably be in jail if she was in England.
You might be right. So she is a mix of pit bull and American Staffordshire Terrier. And when we got her, I looked up what they said she was. I was like, I've never heard that breed before. I'm like, not I'm an expert at dog breeds or anything, but it didn't sound like one I've ever heard before. Well, I did a quick search, and the first video on YouTube that showed up was, it started off with some really cool hip hop music and a very, very deep voice that said, American Bully, the first and only dog breed created and designed by the hip hop culture.
Really?
And I said, diversity! Woohoo! Yeah. Yeah. It's basically.
Rob sits down and starts creating beats.
I said, how can I be racist? I have a black dog. Even though she's not black. She is brown and black. She's brindle, so she's brown and black. So she's very diverse. She's both Hispanic and African American.
Where are we going with this?
I don't know. I just kind of, anyway. So who knew such a tough dog would have such sensitive skin? She's allergic. She's got skin issues. She's very itchy and she's all red. And it's costing me all kinds of money.
Oh, no.
We were trying to keep her away from the vet. Not away from the vet, but it's steroids. That's what they give her.
Yeah.
I figured it's probably not good for any animal to just constantly on steroids.
No. Is it a cream or is a...
No, it's a pill.
Yeah, because...
It's prednisone. It's the same steroid we take.
Okay, yeah.
So what over-the-counter stuff can we take? Let's look at her food. Is it the food that we give her good food? It's not, off the grocery store shelf. It's it's a little higher. Spend a little more money on her. But still grain, it's still kibble. We mix in regular food and rice and leftovers. We'll cook up the trimmings from the chicken or whatnot for her and rice and stuff like that. So she doesn't have just kibble. But farmer's dog, not a sponsored ad, a read from the farmer's dog. But it's good food. It's good because it makes you want to kind of gag and it stinks. So the dog loves it. But they cook it just for her, and man, it's expensive.
Yeah, yeah.
And it ain't working. I had to take her back to the vet yesterday.
How long has she been on that food?
It's been almost 2 weeks, week and a half, and off the prednisone. But here's the issue. The itching is one thing. I feel bad for her. But she stinks so bad. That's part of the skin thing. It's like a yeast thing. It's like,
yeah.
Oh, she stinks so bad.
Is it because of winter?
Better. No, because it's all summer. She'll do it through the summer. We thought maybe it was environmental at first, but then if she's getting it in the wintertime, there's nothing out there. It was completely snow for the last 2 months or whatever.
Hey, so you got to take her back to the hood.
Maybe she's just had it. She has it too good.
Take her for a walk around Glenville. You might get out.
I might. No, I will. She might not. Because she loves people. She just stay there. She look, all these people.
All these people not working.
Wait, what?
What?
I don't know. Tom, how are they supposed to with no IDs? How are they supposed to with no IDs? Thank you for that segue. I was wondering where I'm going to fit this clip in. I didn't know. We talked about last week real quick on voter ID and the changes in Ohio and the restrictions they put on, and then the SAVE Act where they want to make sure, black people don't vote because black people have a hard time getting IDs apparently. And I thought they're wrong. How is that possible? It just but apparently,
how do they drive? On the street report.
I know. How would they even get there? Well, they don't have IDs or
how do they open up a bank account?
Yes. How do they get into many places? Like how
do they buy liquor?
Well, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Mm-hmm. How do you get in federal buildings? So Man on the Street report proves us wrong, Tom, because it is racism. Here we go. Here's a Man on the Street report.
We're here on the scene in this Republican county where African Americans are being oppressed by horrific new voter laws, forcing them to acquire a legal ID to vote. Excuse me, sir. You're unable to acquire an ID, are you not?
Actually, I just renewed my ID. It's pretty easy, actually.
There you have it. This poor black man has been disenfranchised by racist voter ID laws because he's too ignorant. I'm sorry. Ignorant means stupid. Too ignorant to acquire a voter ID. Absolutely tragic. The new laws forbid giving out food, water, and free cash to voters in line. How will black people figure out how to drink water in line to vote? That's illegal. Thanks to Republicans. Where did you get that anyway?
I brought it.
You didn't bring that. You're too underprivileged. That means poor. I'm sorry, the evil conservatives are trying to figuratively smack the water out of your hands.
You literally just did that. Like, who are you? You know what? Forget it. It's my time to vote. Just chill out.
We just witnessed a hate crime. A thirsty, dehydrated hate crime. Our thoughts and prayers to his family.
Thirsty. That's Babylon B.
Oh, okay.
That was a Babylon B. I figured I'd let you go in thinking it was a real report, but yeah, there's more of it. He goes into his house. It's funny. Oh yeah, a thirsty, deprived black man. So anyway, that was a laugh to start the show off with.
That was a laugh, but I actually heard reports like that, kind of like that.
Yeah, I mean that CNN was saying that stuff.
Not far off. Oh, I don't remember. There was I forget what channel it was on, but it was during the what were those right? Who was the dude that in Minnesota? Damn it.
Floyd?
Yeah, George Floyd riots, where there were white people like talking to black people, and black people were like, "What are you guys doing?" They're like, "We're trying to help you."
Oh, when they're spray painting the Black Lives Matter on the side of businesses, and the black people are like, "Stop that! This is my community." No, really, we're trying to help you.
Right? Like they start talking to them like they're dumb. It's hilarious.
Yeah, that was?
Oh, that's a typical.
That is the perfect.
That's a typical NIMBYist white woman.
It is modern day racism.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. We're helping you. You need our help because you're black and we're white.
I think some of the most racist people I've ever met are they try to virtue signal that they're not. But when you get into a conversation with them, it comes out pretty clearly how racist they are. They just don't do it in a way that a Southern slave owner would have done it.
Well, when you've been programmed, this will come up later. We've been programmed to only think. So racism, I've been told, is prejudice plus power. So if you don't have the power, you can't be racist. But also, well, we got down a rat hole in this one. But also, if they think if they're doing something good, treating them differently by doing something good for them isn't racism. And by definition, it absolutely is.
Yeah. If you're treating them differently, right?
Yeah, you're treating them. You're giving them a hand up or a hand out rather, because you think they're not capable because they're black, because of the situation they've been brought up in, or whatever. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, or
we're ruining your community by helping you. We're ruining your community. Yes, right, don't worry. We know better than you. We're not racist.
Exactly. It's total identity politics. It's
America.
It's gross, actually.
It's America in 2026. At least the vocal part of America, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right. We'll start off with, I kind of started the week off like going, stories. I don't know. Kind of wasn't feeling them. It wasn't nothing that was really getting under my skin. And then later in the week, you found some things. I read into a few more things. And then, of course, yesterday, of course, we had, we got to have breaking all over the place. Breaking news. Supreme Court delivers an L for the Trump administration in the White House. The Supreme Court has ruled, I think it was 6-3, pretty sure, ruled against Donald Trump's authority to use the IEEPA, the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, to enact tariffs on his own. And Trump was none too happy. Let's hear a little bit. We'll start off, I guess, with, I don't know, have you dug into this? It literally came out yesterday.
Have I dug into it?
Have you looked into any of the details or any of that? I haven't, not much.
No,
just started to.
Go on with this. We'll talk a little after.
We'll go with the clip because he answered a couple of my questions in the clip.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, who voted how and what?
Right.
I think he says it in here, yeah.
That I know.
The Supreme Court's ruling on tariffs is deeply disappointing, and I'm ashamed of certain members of the court, absolutely ashamed, for not having the courage to do what's right for our country. I'd like to thank and congratulate Justices Thomas, Alito, and Kavanaugh for their strength and wisdom and love of our country, which is right now very proud of those justices. When you read the dissenting opinions, there's no way that anyone can argue against them. There's no way. Foreign countries that have been ripping us off for years are ecstatic. They're so happy. And they're dancing in the streets, but they won't be dancing for long. That I can assure you. The Democrats on the court are thrilled, but they will automatically vote no. They're an automatic no, just like in Congress. They're an automatic no. They're against anything that makes America strong, healthy, and great again. TDS. They also are a, frankly, disgrace to our nation, those justices. They're an automatic no, no matter how good a case you have. It's a no. The good news is that there are methods, practices, statutes, and authorities as recognized by the entire court in this terrible decision, and also as recognized by Congress, which they refer to, that are even stronger than the IEEPA tariffs available to me as President of the United States.
So he was, as MS Now says, visibly frustrated at the decision. Well, yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. He brings up a great point, and later in this clip, he can bomb all these countries if he wants unilaterally. He could just say, send in the planes, I can bomb them, but I can't put a fee on them.
How did Jefferson fund the entire government through tariffs?
Through tariffs, yeah.
How did he do that? I guess,
much smaller government first. Start with that, but that's.
Do you have more on this, or
no? That's the last clip, but okay. Yeah, that's
because Kavanaugh's dissent. He wrote a 63-page dissent, and I guess he gave Trump a bunch of ways he can do it. So
yeah, he gave him a little roadmap. I think that's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
and that's what I was kind of hoping. I would, if again, it takes a while, but it seems that if you had multiple options, you'd pick the weakest one first. That would be what a smart businessman probably would do.
Okay.
And it sounds like that maybe that's what ended up happening. Maybe by chance, maybe by design. But does this mean all the tariffs are gone? Like which tariff? That's kind of what I want. Which tariffs?
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so.
It said a good portion of, but it doesn't say all tariffs.
Yeah, I don't know. Does that mean 10%? Does that mean 50%? I don't know. Does that mean 70%? Like,
Yeah.
A good
which ones and why. And
a good portion of something to me doesn't really say too much. I don't know exactly which tariffs or how much.
I think that's
we have
a question.
We have 137 billion, I think, sitting there from tariffs. And what happens to that? Like how much of that is from this?
Good question.
So it's going to be interesting over the next month or two, I guess. He imposed a 10% tax or tariff on everybody right now. So globally, right. So does that take most of it? I have no idea. They don't really notice how they don't really go into detail about anything.
No, I don't think anybody really knows. I think it's really subject to each tariff maybe, or the situation in hand. And some have been saying he's going to have to do investigations or come up with reasons like in some way that country's harming America, or can't just do unilateral ones. You have to actually look into it.
Gotcha.
Give reasons on why, which, okay, that can happen pretty quick in most of these cases.
They probably have it already.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you could say, hey,
maybe this was a way to
doing to our sorry.
Oh, no, I was going to say maybe this was a way to get the tariffs going without doing all that, I guess, legwork. And while the Supreme Court was deciding on this, they did the legwork to figure out how to do this.
Well, I guess it all depends on what the bar is to pass. Because, I mean, you could just say, look at the tariffs they have on our goods. I just investigated it. Put tariffs on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
There's a lot of unknowns.
Yeah.
Almost didn't even want to cover it because we didn't know much. But then I saw that clip. And so it sounds like Amy Coney Barrett and
Gorsuch and Roberts.
Yeah.
Roberts, I expected kind of.
Expected Roberts, yeah.
Gorsuch, I'm surprised. Amy, I'm not surprised, but I wasn't expecting it. It was kind of like that. She's up in the air. That was a bad choice. She was a bad choice. I like she has a good 2A stance, but other than that, she's been disappointing lately.
Yeah, she's been somewhat of a disappointment. Yes.
Yeah.
On most big things, I think. Where she's voted in favor of, I don't, it was on a lot of those, you didn't even need her. So
I don't, yeah, that's
like,
true.
Oh, you're just voting because you know it's going to win anyway.
Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
We don't know. Yeah, I don't.
No, we don't.
It seems like that. I mean, I don't think most things she's been wrong on. I just think there have been a handful of things where I'm like, what? Like, how did you get to this? But, women.
Yep. So we move on, and I think this makes the midterms even more important.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's going to do anything.
You're right.
I don't know if it's going to make a difference, but it just, I mean, without the tariffs, this is how he's gotten all these countries to move on NATO and on funding and on.
It's been a negotiation.
Policy. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
using our leverage that we have. So okay. So we'll have to keep an eye on that, see what's going to happen next, because nobody really knows, and we'll take a look.
I actually don't think it's going to be all that bad. I think there's I think they already have a plan in place.
I would imagine they knew this was a possibility, and maybe as it got closer.
Yeah.
The grapevine and all. So keep an eye on it. Next was going to be our first story, but we put this one in front. We'll go quick on this. I do have a short clip from one of our dear friends in the Democratic Party, Mr. Jeffries, because he came up with what his two options are apparently. So the Dems are basically, in my opinion, doing Trump a favor, and there's a bunch of them that aren't going to show up for the State of the Union, which is Tuesday, right? Tuesday the 24th.
Yep,
24th. And right now, there's more than a dozen that aren't going to come, and I'm just like, well. I'm sure President Trump is really sweating.
I don't know. It doesn't even that much.
No, it's theater. It's theater. It's theater.
Yeah.
But Jeffries had he come up. I mean, this guy's brilliant. He figured out there are only two choices, and let's listen to a little bit from Mr. Hakeem Jeffries.
Well, as we approach the State of the Union address, my view,
drunk or not drunk,
remains the same, which is that the two options that are in front of us in our house is
our house
to either attend
or
with silent defiance or to not attend and send a message to Donald Trump in that fashion, which will include participation in a variety of different alternate programming that is going to take place in and around the Capitol complex.
Programming. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
He loves Obama so much. He tries to get that talking, that rhythm of Obama's speech.
The cadence.
Yeah, the cadence, yeah.
I'm going to say 3 words, and then I'm going to say 3 more words, and I'm going to go back and say the previous 3 words one more time. That's my Obama impression. It's horrible, but, you know.
Actually,
so he has 2 choices, by the way. He's pretty smart.
Well, you know, he's the best they got. He's the only one that I know of that, besides like AOC, that has like a little bit of charisma and can actually talk a little bit.
Yeah, he's actually not bad. He does sound a little drunk sometimes, which I know he's not, which just makes it even worse for me.
Well, to me, he's trying to get that cadence that Obama had, which Obama, I think that was natural to him. And I don't know how natural it is to this guy. I think that's just something he's worked on.
They cannot give Trump the attention and ratings this weekend. President Trump has spent the first year of his administration making all of our lives worse.
I don't know. My life hasn't gotten worse.
But Tom, this thing doesn't lie.
It's actually gotten slightly better. I'm not going to say it's
slashing healthcare, Tom.
Oh, I'm dying.
Slashed it.
I don't know. I'm paying less.
Masked ICE agents. What do you have to say about masked ICE agents, Tom? Mm-hmm. Terrorizing our neighbors.
Well, if they don't mask, they're going to get terrorized. Right?
Passing tax cuts. Here's the whole reason of this clip. This quote. Passing tax cuts for, I have a feeling we're going to hear more of this term, the Epstein class.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. This is from a Move On chief of program. I think they was a misprint. Chief of programming. I think it's chief of program, Sarah Hagdoost. Hagdoosti? Yeah, it's HAGHDOOSTI. Yeah, I can't do that. I napped in the English class. I'm sorry. That's what Trump wants, the attention and the ratings, but we cannot treat this year's State of the Union like business as usual. This is why Move On is hosting the People's State of the Union, where we will hear directly from the people facing the consequences of Trump's disastrous administration. Wait, one more time. It's just really sends it home when you do that. So yeah, there's a problem. Go read the article or not. You know, they're still going to have antics. It's still going to be entertaining. We're still going to be able to make fun of plenty of Democrats after the State of the Union. And don't worry about it, people. It's just a few no names that you've never heard of before.
Should be a lot of clips next week, right?
Oh yeah, should be some good stuff next week. Do you think they're rewriting the State of the Union after their SCOTUS ruling? I think they went. The speechwriter went, "Oh crap! I just finished it. Now I got to change everything."
I don't know about everything, but
yeah, I think that might.
I don't think so. I don't think it's going to change that much.
No, he's gonna. Yeah, no. I was just thinking. Well, the guy just probably finished it up the other day for proofreading. Now he's got. I think. I don't know. I skip it. Go ahead, please. American people, go. You can watch your programming on the other side. You can have your Move On. I hope it rains. It's nice and cold. It's supposed to be cold, isn't it? Good.
Yeah.
Good. So Move On. This is the repurposed moveon.org, if anyone remembers them from back in the day.
Don't remember that.
You know moveon.org?
No.
Yeah, it was like early on in
his first administration?
It was before that. Early 2000s, during Bush.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And they changed it to Move On Civic Action. So, we'll watch that State of the Union. I'm sure it'll be entertaining as it always is. And we'll have plenty of clips next week. So I think there'll be plenty of, he said silent, but they never stay silent. I was like, no, don't stay silent. It's not good for the show. All right. Keep moving. Next story. Oh, because we can only go so long without bringing up the Epstein files on the show. And who knew? I did not realize that one of the biggest funders of Jeffrey Epstein was from Ohio. Did you?
No.
So,
he was a big funder of Epstein.
Yeah.
How did he fund Epstein?
Les Wexner. I think it brings up in my clip. Les Wexner. See that a few times fast. And
Leslie
Wexner. Les Wexner. He donated nearly $750,000. He donated $750,000 across 39 political campaigns or groups since 2019.
Right.
He is funding. Yeah, it says in the report. We'll listen to the clip. I think he up to $1 billion he given to Epstein, according to some records. But I guess the story here is we got a bunch of people from Congress, Ohio representatives from Congress, flying all the way here to have a press conference on the lawn of a very busy intersection somewhere to talk about a whole lot of nothing. Because my questions are, why are they here? Like, this guy sounds kind of creepy, very creepy. But what are they going to do? They're coming here to question him. Like, what authority do they have to question him?
Just show.
I know, it's all show. Like, what are you planning to accomplish? So here is, let's start with the clip. This is News Channel 5. We got Morgan right off the bat this morning.
Les Wexner was mentioned hundreds of times in the released Epstein files, and now the U.S. House Oversight Committee is trying to find out how much the 88-year-old really knew about Jeffrey Epstein's criminal activity. Here's what we know about the closed-door deposition.
There is no single person that was more involved in providing Jeffrey Epstein with the financial support to commit his crimes than Les Wexner.
Democrats flew in from D.C. to question Leslie Wexner, founder of L Brands, which created Victoria's Secret, Bath & Body Works, and Abercrombie & Fitch, questioning him about his longtime business relationship and friendship with Epstein, accused of running a child sex trafficking ring.
This community deserves to know why his money was used to traffic, abuse, and rape women and children.
In a statement to Congress, Wexner says he met and hired Epstein as a financial advisor in the 1980s. He also admitted that he visited Epstein's island.
He claimed that he was on the island for 1 hour and that he walked around with his family.
But House Oversight Committee ranking member Robert Garcia says that the Democrats don't believe him. Their investigation has shown that Wexner funded much of Epstein's life, including paying $1 billion for his services, allowing Epstein to live in his home and use his yachts and planes.
Here's
but
$1 billion.
Wexner says he doesn't remember.
It is almost inconceivable to be missing the amounts of money that are missing. And somehow, Mr. Wexner have no idea.
In his letter, Wexner wrote, "I was naive, foolish, and gullible to put any trust in Jeffrey Epstein." But the Republican voice was notably missing from the deposition. Democrats say no GOP members came in, but State House Republicans are waiting for the investigation to play out.
Shows what happens when there's groupthink and people are turning their back in a particular situation. But we'll see what comes out of the deposition ultimately.
And in D.C., Attorney General Pam Bondi downplayed the Epstein files.
Americans' 401ks and retirement savings are booming. That's what we should be talking about.
Will this deposition even matter if Pam Bondi and the DOJ are not taking this as a main focus?
Look, I think that we have, my first answer is yes. This deposition absolutely does matter, and it's important to get. This is just the beginning of our work.
Don't let them dodge it,
trying to get the truth on Mr. Wexner, and so that it absolutely matters. Any final questions?
What happens when the DOJ doesn't do anything with it?
Well, that's up to the President Trump, which we're putting the pressure on, yes.
Despite Wexner maintaining his innocence, both federal and state lawmakers are continuing to distance themselves. In New Albany, I'm Morgan Trow reporting.
Oh, yeah, they're distancing themselves. I just want to point out before I go too far that Miss Sykes, or Miss, not Sykes, what's her name?
Jackson? No.
No, in that clip. It's, oh, crap.
I forget her name. The dumb one.
She said, the dumb one. She says,
20 different ones.
She says, it's almost inconceivable to be missing the amounts of money that have been missing, and somehow Mr. Wexner have no idea is what she said, and they corrected it. They pulled a Biden. They give her the Biden treatment.
Yeah, of course.
Because she sounded like an idiot when she said that. I guess this is part where the video, not having the video takes away, because if you saw her, you would go, oh, with the audio and then misspeaking a little bit with the way she's looking. She looks like a complete buffoon. But I thought
that's the one that's Biden out, treatment. Right?
Look at that. What's that?
That's the one that's out. She's done. They got rid of her
district.
Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Crockett.
That's it. Jasmine Crockett.
Yeah, she's running for Senate.
Low IQ.
That's
you could see it in her eyes. You could see the low IQ in her eyes.
You know what? Yeah, you'd think, but that's not how she really talks. That's fake.
Good point.
I think I've played it for you where she was before she got into Congress. She speaks like a college-educated student, you know.
But when she talks to the people,
that's a total put on, and she's good at it.
I know. You got to do like Hillary did. I know. There's going to be a time. Oh, I forget what she said.
Take hot sauce with me everywhere. I remember that?
A clean cut. Remember that? Oh, that was different.
That was
he didn't
Biden.
do it. He didn't do it. He didn't do an accent. He just said the quiet part out loud.
He's clean. He's clean cut.
And articulate. Well, that's what it was. Articulate. That's why that reminded me. So I think what are these? Yeah, she is articulate when she needs to be.
Yeah. Well, actually, I haven't seen her be articulate in a long time. It was those pre-Congress days. She was well-spoken.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. So a lot of the Ohio Congress people are donating money in the same amount that was donated by Wexler to charity. That they don't want to give it back to him, but they're going to do something with it. Everybody's distancing themselves, and all of that, the burn that Morgan had. Well, there's no Republican legislators here. Thank you, because they should be back in Washington, like actually working. I mean, I know they're not, but they should at least be looking like they're working in Washington and not flying all the way here, so they can ask four or five reporters. That's literally, I think, that what was there. And if you watch the news article, it's like they're on a corner somewhere on the lawn behind a sign that might be for the city or Akron. I don't know, somewhere. I think he lives in Akron. No, he lives in there in Columbus. They came all the way there to have a meeting with the guy.
Yeah.
And then let's find out what we know or what happened in this closed door meeting. And then what actually we have no idea. Nothing was told it by us. They didn't get anything out of the guy.
I'm spending $1 billion on Epstein. That doesn't sound real to me.
Over time, yeah. I don't know.
I still don't think that's real. That's a lot of money. I mean, I don't care if he's a billionaire or not. That's a lot of freaking money.
Since the 80s?
Yeah, but
or a 20-year period? I don't know.
Well, I still think that's
20 years. What does that add up to be?
400 million?
I don't know. Okay.
Not even.
I mean, still. He was one of. They're saying he's one of his main.
Yeah, I don't think it was a billion. I think that's BS.
Could be.
And he disassociated himself from him in 2007, shortly after about a year after Trump did too. I think, right?
Okay.
Because Trump kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. I think that was 2006.
I think it might be right. Yeah,
and
sounds about right.
I think in 2000.
For why though?
Well, I don't know why Lex Wessner.
Why Trump?
Trump, because he was trying to get. He was trying to steal young women that work at Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah, he's trying to recruit them for the island.
Right. But I don't know why Wexner. But I would think a lot of things were coming out.
Yes.
At that time, because when did he get prosecuted? Was that
2010?
I thought it was 2008, but okay,
2008. Okay,
yeah,
might have been 2008. Yeah, or when he got arrested, or But by 2010, I thought maybe by 2010 he was back doing it again or something.
Something like that. But yeah, a lot of people were like sitting there going, "Oh yeah, this guy's a creep. We gotta cut our ties here." And Wexner was. Yeah. I think. I don't know. I mean, these are lifestyles that nobody can really.
So he admits to being on the island.
Yeah. So
but did you hear that? Did you hear the little clip or the little snip they had in there when he was on the island? That he was on the island for an hour, walking around with his family.
Why not? That doesn't.
I know. So either that's a lie, or he went there for a minute and then left. With his family. It would be weird for him to go do the things that they're saying are being done on the island with his family.
Here's the thing: the way some of these rich people like use their jets. Like maybe Lex's jet was down and he needed a ride, and they were dropping off somebody at the island. Yeah, they had to, and then he flew to Ohio from there. You don't know. That's the thing. They're just giving you the things that make him sound awful. And I don't know anything about Lex Wexner. No. The last time I think I heard his name, was probably back in the 90s because of things like Abercrombie Finch and Victoria Secrets.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Because remember back then those they had the TV shows going on, and they had the fashion shows, I guess.
Yeah.
They were huge back in the day.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
So they bring up where was I going with this? I don't know. Something. What does my notes say? They bring up, so the no members going, flew of them, few in. I don't know. I had something that just poof, right gone. Choo-choo train is down the tracks and it's gone. Maybe it'll come back. But I think everybody is kind of distancing themselves from him. I think that's about the whole story.
Yeah, and his donations.
That's what it was.
His donations to mostly Republican candidates and PACs.
Yep.
He did donate quite a bit to Columbus politicians, the mayor, and I forget who else in Columbus.
Democrat.
Yeah, 2 Democrats, and I'm thinking those Democrats were a little bit more on the right. He probably
center, moderates,
and he probably donated because he knew a Republican couldn't win.
I mean, it's what you do at that point, at that level. If you need to get business done, you have to grease both sides.
Yeah, of course.
Grease both sides. They bring up in here, they make a sort of a deal out of the fact that this guy's name was redacted from the released files. But how do they know if his name's redacted? How do they know he was in the files?
Maybe they were initially redacted and then now they're open. I don't know.
This has been brought up to me. Oh, no, because if you get them online, some of the stuff is still redacted. But if you actually go there and look at them in person with clearance, you can see the unredacted parts, apparently.
Okay.
And some of those are still redacted. And that's evidence for some people that Trump or the rich protecting the rich.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe it's not, the chances in zero, but probably the more plausible part of it is there's millions of pieces of paper that need to be redacted.
And
I would guess occasionally things get redacted that aren't supposed to be. And what you should do is, kids, hey, this is supposed to be redacted. Can I get it redacted? And if they don't redact it, then you can make an issue out of it.
Right. But this is like one of the reasons that I think Trump didn't really want these released. It wasn't because of himself. It was all because of the mess it creates.
Right.
And yeah, you're protecting the rich. Okay. I would protect my friends too. From false accusations or from speculation. It just ruins a person's life. I don't know.
This guy, Epstein, was so intertwined at these levels that there are so many people in the files.
Oh, everybody's in the files.
Yeah, just because your name's in the files, I mean, you could be attached to a group email with 30 other people. It had nothing. It has nothing to do.
The thing is, so many people are in the files that never even met Epstein.
Right.
Just because, like Tony Hawk, who's never been to
far of a reach. He was, everybody was investing.
Well, the thing is,
he had so many.
For Tony Hawk, somebody sent a message to somebody saying to the FBI, "Hey, Tony Hawk was on Epstein Island." Meanwhile, it was a photo from his wedding. That was actually they put it on ESPN. It was broadcast on ESPN. It was his wedding that he had on Fiji Island that was broadcast. And in the notes it says on the island, not in the notes, but like how you have copyright.
Yep.
What's that called when they put a stamp on the photo?
This metadata or whatever, right?
The metadata, or could have been like I forget what you call it.
Comment or something, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, it said Epstein, photographed by Epstein. But it was a different it was a photographer with the same last name. So he's in the files.
Yeah.
So there's a whole lot of that. And a whole lot of the real awful stuff that they say about Trump comes from 2024 and 2025. People just calling stuff in.
Yeah.
A lot of that stuff is from 2024 when he's running and 2025. And and they're just from so-called people that have a lead that are calling the FBI with nonsense, basically.
I'm curious on how much Trump was involved with the initial arrest of Epstein.
Well, it sounds like he was involved quite a bit there.
It does, as a little bit more comes out. It does sound like that. And I think, I can't remember where it was brought up, but somebody had brought up over the past year or whatever. Maybe that's one of the things Trump is trying to protect himself with, is to make sure that he doesn't want anybody knowing he was snitching on one of the rich and powerful people, because
Well, yeah. Did you snitch on me too, buddy?
Yeah. Yeah, right. What else are you going to snitch on? But this is a little different. I mean, I will snitch on you too if you're diddling little girls. Sure, I will.
And the whole thing of being like on the jet and on the island, that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
it means nothing.
It's evidence, but evidence doesn't mean proof.
If you're going to, there's a few things that I can take anecdotal evidence over and make some assumptions too. But if you're going to make these kind of claims, it's kind of like it's child abuse, it's racism. There's a couple key things that you better bring some receipts. It's not just his name is on a list, his name is on an email, it's on some manifesto. There is hours, thousands, tens of thousands of hours of video of that island somewhere, maybe. I'm pretty confident it's all gone or anything.
Yeah, that was gone a long time ago, I think.
You need to produce that kind of stuff if you're going to try to. I'm sorry. These are serious claims. I'm not just going to go off of hearsay off of this.
I personally think there was a whole lot of bad going on that island. But
I mean, Tom, he had a dentist chair in his house. That's a whole lot of bad going on in that thing.
Well, no, I'm a whole lot of bad. I mean, like by having prostitutes and underage prostitutes,
Oh yeah,
massage therapists, if you want to call them that.
Sure, professionals.
Yeah, but the whole eating babies and all that kind of stuff.
Oh no,
that's getting.
No, it's purely for blackmail. There's lots of money in blackmail.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Money in blackmail. Speaking of lots of money in blackmail, nope, can't find anything. Subscribe to the show. Share the show with your friends. I don't know. I couldn't find anything on that. Well, we're going to blackmail you by telling you, give us money, or we're going to tell your friends that you're on Epstein Island. So send us your stories from your area. Oh, I totally blew this one, Tom. Find me on X. Help. Find me.
Me love cookie.
Okay. Just going to move on. So share the show, comment. Send us your links, crookedrivercast.com. Send us your emails at crookedrivercast@gmail.com. And the blog comes out every Monday. And with just a little synopsis with a little snark adding into there. It's always good. I like the way it's turned out. as it moves along. So thank you to our webmaster for doing all that work, and send us your feedback. We really want to hear from you. Appreciate you listening to the show. And on to the next story, which will do a little update, I guess, on the governor's race in Ohio. Start with this Idea Stream story. Oop, I already had it open. Why am I opening it twice? Idea Stream. Leading candidates for Ohio governor talk about tax cuts, but few specifics. Let's do a little explainer, as they would call it.
Taxes are certain to be a big topic in this year's race for governor, with both of the leading candidates talking about tax cuts. But so far, there have been few details from either on how they would get the money for those cuts. Democrat Dr. Amy Acton supports a working families tax cut with property tax relief, according to her website, which doesn't offer any more details. She says she'll have them soon.
There are a number of things we can do in our tax code that would actually lower the burden. And so we'll be doing a combination of cuts, relief, and even benefits.
We're going to tax the billionaires.
Republican Vivek Ramaswamy has also promised tax cuts with few specifics.
We're going to put more money back in your pockets by cutting your income taxes, by cutting your property taxes, and cutting regulations that will bring down your electric bills and the cost of housing.
Ramaswamy's spokesperson says he'll be doing more formal policy announcements later in the campaign. Karen Kessler at the Ohio Public Radio Statehouse News Bureau.
Did Ramaswamy and Mandami go to the same school? They sound like opposite ends of the same coin when they speak.
Oh, I think most Ivy League schoolers are like that. Sound like that.
Because it is very contrasting when you hear the two of them side by side.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean? Maybe I misunderstood you. I think they have the same kind of.
I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry. I went back to Amy Acton. When Vivek and Mamdani, whatever, they sound very slick, smooth, professional, very practiced,
higher educated.
Just completely different ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
But then when you listen to that clip and hear Amy compared to Vivek, it's quite a difference. And it really shows, he sounds really slick, almost like an Obama slick.
Yeah, Obama dot.
And she sounds even, it makes him sound even slicker. It makes her sound even, try to be nice, less slick. almost.
She just sounds like somebody with no charisma and no.
Yes.
Yeah, yes. It's tough to overcome what Vivek sounds like, because he does sound slick.
And like to your comment, Bernie ended up doing it. Bernie could do it because he had charisma. Bernie has charisma.
He was great.
Einstein hair, and he
yeah.
Kind of reminds me of Alex Jones in a way. Very I'm gonna, and he's very I don't know.
Well,
so
I don't know about
he could
that,
stand up to the Obama and the Hillarys. But she's just going to be flat. When
she went to Ohio State University, she should be a better speaker than she is.
I mean, I don't know. I think the debate's going to be very interesting. So they're going to cut taxes.
It will be.
They're going to cut taxes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vivek, maybe. Not Amy.
What does a working family's tax cut mean?
It means she's going to raise taxes for the corporations and the rich. And when that doesn't work, the middle class will get taxed. That's exactly what the direction she's going. She's going the same direction Mandami. She's just not putting it out there.
Yeah, she's packaged it a little bit differently.
Mm-hmm. She's in Ohio. She can't get away with doing what he did.
I should have looked at what the percentages are and stuff in Ohio. Because I know federally. Oh, you did? Who pays what?
Who pays what? No, I didn't. I thought you meant who's donating to her, or is that the next article?
Oh, that's the next one.
Yeah,
okay. Next one. Yeah, I got some on that too. It's pretty interesting. But the working families tax cut, to me, it could mean middle class, just a different way of calling it middle class. Or is it below middle class tax cuts? Because from the way I've always known it, I didn't look up Ohio, what percentage of who pays what in Ohio taxes. Federally, the lower 30 or 40% in the country don't pay really any federal taxes.
Right.
They get it all back.
Right.
So are those the working families that she's talking? Because over the years when Republicans have given, and I guess Democrats, because Clinton gave tax cuts.
Well, I thought it all evened out. No. What? Right? Didn't we just vote? Didn't they just put that in a bill? Not we. Didn't they just vote last year for the tax rate?
To make it permanent?
Yeah. Hang on.
Yeah.
What is the Ohio? What is the income tax rate in Ohio? Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was saying I think that when in the past, when the federally they've given tax cuts for everybody, you're giving tax cuts to people that don't pay taxes. Like when they got tax rebate checks, you get those tax rebate checks when they do say Bush would sign a bill and you got a refund from the last year's because of taxes, blah, blah, blah. Well, people who didn't pay taxes got tax rebates.
I got
it's like, who's a working family? I'd like to know.
I got the numbers here.
Okay.
This is just Ohio income tax.
Okay.
So 0% income tax on 0 to 26,000 income. 2.75 on taxable income is on taxable income from 26,051 to 100,000. And then 3.125 taxable income over 100,000. But I thought, for 2026, it's a flat rate of 2.75 for 26,000 and up.
Okay. That's interesting, but I'm more thinking, for example, federally, I know these numbers, they've probably changed, but it was the top, I think it was the top 5% of wage earners in the country paid like 80% of the federal income taxes.
Something like that, yeah.
That's kind of what I'm looking at. Is that similar in Ohio?
Well, no,
and
because
if you give working families tax cuts, some of those working families don't pay taxes. So what are you cutting?
Well, no, I just gave you the amount they're being taxed.
I know, but what part of which wage earners pay the most? Does it say that? Did that tell me that?
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Like, I see what you're saying.
If you're making $300,000, people making $300,000 and up paid most of the taxes in.
If we're all paying 2.75, though, it's just a matter of how many more high income earners are there. So I would think that I would think middle income, lower middle to upper middle pays the most, right? Just because there's more of us, since we're all. Actually,
I see what you're saying.
I got you, but it doesn't. Okay, let's see.
Oh wait, the top 1% over 662,000 pay about 6.3%. See what this says here. About 12% of their income in the state. Yeah, that doesn't really tell me. Whatever. Getting down in the weeds of it, but working families tax cuts. I don't know what that means. Middle class tax cuts. I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt and say that's probably what she means. But whatever. I don't.
I don't believe her at all. I mean, I
don't believe her at all. And neither of them.
When was the last time a Democrat cut taxes?
Yeah, Clinton, because he was forced to.
Okay. Yeah. True.
He was forced to.
Yeah.
Because they were going to veto the bill anyway, or override his veto. But the one thing is that neither of these candidates are for, or at least verbally, currently for abolishing property tax. I know Vivek has made some comments on it that he was okay with it, and now he's pulled it back. Obviously, Amy's not. She's not for axing the tax. I don't think anybody in the GOP is for, that I've heard, is for abolishing the property tax. So neither of these two are. Vivek would be your best option, but
I don't think he wants to abolish it. He did say that in the beginning, but now he's kind of walked that back.
Sure. Which is understandable at some level, but so that's the tax cut I'm looking for, but we'll see. And then the next story is same thing on the governor's race. Apparently, it's become the most expensive in state history already. Let's listen to a little bit from More of Morgan from News Channel 5 on the governor's race.
We have a major opportunity. for Ohio to be the state that leads the United States of America back to greatness.
This is a huge moment for our state, for our country.
I know.
I believe we can turn this around.
Similar messages from dramatically different candidates. Both the frontrunners for Ohio's 2026 gubernatorial race, Republican Cincinnati businessman Vivek Ramaswamy and Democratic COVID-era health director Amy Acton, are both shattering records when it comes to raising money. Ramaswamy reported raising nearly $20 million since announcing his campaign 1 year ago, the most that Republican strategist Bob Clegg has seen this early on in a race.
Money usually starts going in the direction of who people think is going to win.
In our analysis of Ramaswamy's campaign finance filing, we found that about 53% of the $9.8 million he's raised this filing period came from Ohioans, with donors from California, Florida, Texas, and New York following. About 94% of those contributions came from individuals, not political action committees or PACs. His average donation was $56.
The Democrats have probably resigned themselves to the fact that they're going to be greatly outspent.
And Acton has raised $5.3 million over the past year, a record for her party this early into a race. Although they trail in fundraising, her lieutenant governor pick, David Pepper, says that they have a strength that Ramaswamy doesn't.
The best way to raise support to actually not just win, but be a good governor is through the grassroots level.
In a stark difference to Ramaswamy, Acton's donors were overwhelmingly from Ohio. We found that of the $4 million raised this period, 84% came from Ohioans, with other donors kicking in from California, New York, Illinois, and Massachusetts. About 95% came from individuals, not PACs, with an average donation of $51.
All right. Some interesting things in that clip. What did you have to say about it? You said you had some numbers.
Oh, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but okay. I guess, the way I see it is Vivek's got a larger national visibility. And he's got a bigger footprint on the internet than Amy does. So he's getting more donations across the country. I would think the money amount might be the same from Ohio for both of them. They didn't say that. They just gave you totals.
They kind of did, though.
They said the percentage.
Yeah.
He got 53. He got 53% of his donations, and she got 80. So did he
83 or whatever?
Okay, so I guess if you do the math, I think he still got more from Ohio than she did.
Double.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about just from Ohio.
Yeah, it's double.
Double? Okay. Yeah, all right.
So she's got $5 million total. He's got $20 million total. He's got 53% from Ohio. That's over $10 million. She's got 83% from Ohio, and that's 83%, so she's got $4 million from Ohio, basically.
Yeah, I was thinking he only had 10, but that's from this last quarter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so.
Yeah. So they keep pushing this, that he's getting these outside donations, which he is. But if you break it down and look at it, he's actually doubling her fundraising just from Ohio. Yeah, she has a higher percentage, but he's got 4 times the money that she does. And a lot of that's because of the internet, because of his presidential run.
Yeah.
Which is exactly why he ran for president, and which is why a lot of people run for president, so they can fail and then go do this, and they have name recognition to some extent. So he's still outraising her in Ohio 2-1.
Yeah, it's not even close. And they're talking about record-breaking stuff. I think it's only because this early on. That it's unusual to have the candidates that are actually going to be running for governor. You know what I mean? Like there's nobody, there's no primary really. I mean, that Casey guy, sure, he's going to try to primary him, but he won't. He'll get like 0.5%.
Yeah. That would be a win if it was me. But if anybody votes for me besides myself, if I was running, would be a win for me. I think that's basically that. I think it's a record mainly because Vivek's got $20 million in the bank already. Because I don't think we had. When was the last time we had an Ohio governor candidate with that much national name recognition?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Not my lifetime.
I guess not.
I don't know.
It's a record for the Democrats too at this point.
That's true. This early, as they keep saying, because it's so early. That's
because she's the only one running. That's why.
Yes, that's true. It's never be just kind of like, all right, that's who we're going to have. We'll just send it to her.
Yeah. And you don't forget, you got all the batshit crazy COVID people that loved her. That are sending her a few bucks. Oh, I guarantee you, a lot of that's from that.
Yeah, they're sacrificing a sliver from their mask fund every month so they can send it to Amy.
Definitely the ones that are driving around in their cars still with a mask on.
You still see that, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I actually do.
I think some people, it gave some people who should wear it more of a leeway to wear it. So I think we see more of that because in some cases you've seen it in the past when it's really cold out, that if you've got issues with lung or heart, you should wear a mask.
Yeah.
Because it helps. It's not because of germs. It helps keep the air warm around your mouth as you breathe it in. Because cold air, something like that.
I don't.
Could be a few things, but yeah.
I'm not thinking about anybody that's like when I see an old person, in 70s, 80s, 90s wearing a mask outside in the cold or in their car. I don't judge that at all. But when I see a middle-aged woman with blue hair wearing a mask, then there might be a little judgment there.
The 30-something-year-old at my local wine store, your liquor store over here. Every time I go in there, she has been a mask on without fail. Yep. And I'll give her credit. She's disciplined. I've never seen her go in there with it around. You could tell it's never been pulled down. It's perfectly folded. Like she just put it up there and it's been there all freaking day.
Yeah.
It's dedicated.
It blows my mind, man.
And it's close to my house and they got liquor. So it's like, I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to go somewhere else. That's just.
Well, I mean,
but yeah.
Yeah. She doesn't own the store. So what are you going to do?
They could peel a couple of bucks out of their mask and cleanser, not cleanser, hand sanitizer. They got. I mean, all those budgets increased during COVID, and some people's it didn't go down. So. But they're sacrificing for Amy. They're sacrificing. So that's that. There's a little update on the governor's race. Again, can't wait for that debate. It's going to be an interesting one. Next, we have a juicy one, not a vajuicy like the. We'll talk about that later in the show. But Ohio universities have been caught still teaching DEI. No way! I'm shocked.
Surprise!
But not shocked. So we covered this bill as it was coming up and as it passed and went through and all the. Oh my gosh, everybody's going to leave Ohio. Oh, yeah. We were like, yes, please go on. Go to the other states, please. We don't want you here anyway if this is what you want to teach. And everybody was going, doom and gloom and everything else. Oh, wait, oh no, we're not going to be able to teach DEI. What are we going to do? All the good teachers are the good teachers. You hear those air quotes? All the good teachers and staff will choose another state. And I think one of us, probably both of us commented on no, I think they're just going to change the name. If you change the name of the study or the hall or the class and don't exclude anybody and you don't expect the state to pay for these things, then you'll be fine. And it sounds like that's what they're doing. I start with the clip. All right, we'll start with Kent State. Start at Kent State. This is Accuracy in Media, and they did undercover little investigation where they sent a guy in. Sounds like they sent a black man in, and this guy was good. You could hear him like, oh yeah. This guy was good. He played it so well. They had nothing. They had no clue what was coming. Because why would there's no way a black person would do this. That's just crazy. Here you go. Kent State. Start here. We got two clips.
Kent State University is yet another university where we have found out that the lunatics are in charge of the asylum. And in this department, we had an individual who not only bragged about continuing DEI practices, but who had some very strong opinions about white men.
As an openly gay woman who is from Rhode Island, who's from New England, we already established the New England side of it. Coming here was a culture shock.
Culture shock. Culture shock. Oh my God.
Yes, Miss Walton Fichette? Yeah. I'm Adam Gillette, Accuracy in Media. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. We received a report that you were talking about how the DEI law in your university hasn't affected you at all, and how you're continuing to do the same things essentially with different wording. Is it true?
I'm walking away from that. One thing I could say about Kansas State University and our teacher ed programs, and we're very connected at the state level, so I know all the stuff that's going on at the state level.
Very connected.
Like they're all about diversity, equity, inclusion.
You told our investigator that it's all about keeping the white man in power and the white man wants to take over education. Is that true?
Walk running away.
No.
Well, is this you in the video right here saying that?
I will say this, it's not being forced through a Trumpian lens. It's taking away the buzzwords and having to be more careful of how you're talking about equity and inclusion. And
why is it such a bad thing? Great. Go ahead. I'm sorry. It's just so weird.
That's the guy with the camera.
Ultimately, it's just to keep white men in power.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what it's all about, right?
Ultimately,
if we dumb down education, then we can continue to do that. So that's what the ultimate goal is.
Of course.
I will say your son's education is not going to be affected. No. I will tell you that right now.
So you still have those values.
Oh my gosh. I mean, we made a whole class.
Good.
Yeah, no, the faculty, I was just in a meeting actually with a couple of the faculty members, and I know.
And the textbooks don't have stuff like marked out.
No.
So I'm saying a lot of these things touch so many disciplines.
But if that's in the syllabus.
To silo it out and say can only affect these things, if you mention it, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
That feels very fascistic.
Oh, nice.
And again, I'd rather...
Their thing is anti-higher education, anti-public education.
Definitely.
So that's what they're trying to come. They want to keep the white men in power, and they want to come and try to overtake.
Oh, I know.
Public
Trust me, I know.
That guy's good. Oh, I know. Trust me, I know. That was Jennifer Walton Facette. Of course, she has a half hyphenated last name. You couldn't have guessed that just by listening to her talk.
It's a giveaway, right?
I like to. Yes, absolutely. And man, she looks so familiar. She looks like
I'm afraid a buddy of mine from like high school.
Yeah, she has that look though, so I think it's just that. But I don't know. It's just for some reason. Yeah, in some ways, yeah. It just has that very. She's definitely a runner, super thin. It definitely looks like a runner. I think that kind of skinny, long face. But I've seen her somewhere before. Anyway, so I like the way they present this. They go back and forth. Hey, I never said this. Oh, here you said it. Did you say this? She's literally running away. No, I didn't say that. Oh. And I think lesson learned here is if a reporter comes to you, especially at your work or something like that, and they're bothering you and they don't want to answer questions, ask them to leave. Because they pretty much have to leave. The next clip we'll hear that we won't hear it in the next clip, but there's two stories here, both from Ohio Press Network is one and Ohio.news is the other. Two different videos, two different people. This next one is from Ohio State University, where I just have the end part because it's pretty interesting. And she has a great explanation of why this guy has this video. But at one point, this next woman, Melissa Newhouse, is oh my God, and she's totally thrown off guard. And seems like her boss comes up and kind of relieves her from the reporter, and he just says, "Can you leave?" And he just turns around and walks away. Because if you're being asked to leave and you don't, now you're trespassing. Now they can call the cops. So a good reporter, if you're asked to leave, they should leave. So just a little tip, I noticed that because this woman, he followed her all the way to the office, and as he walked up to her office door, she closed it, and he stood outside of her door. All she had to do was, "Can you please leave?" And he would have turned around and walked away. But we wouldn't have had those great clips if she did. So there you go.
By the way, you're kind of her expertise. The last one you talked about, Jennifer. Social justice, physical education. She does look like a gym teacher, right?
Yeah.
Curriculum model and assessment and critical inquiry.
What was that last one?
Critical inquiry.
Oh, okay. There's a class for a critical inquiry.
Those are her expertises.
Oh, that's her expert. You went to a class for that, I take it.
I guess so.
Paid good money for that.
And her last one is etc. etc.
Etc.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that class, I failed that one too. I failed that class because this is all about one thing. Got to keep white men in power. Man, we suck because we're doing a horrible job if that's our goal. Horrible job.
Oh, boy.
Let's go to the next clip. This is Melissa Newhouse in the same. This is also Accuracy in Media, same guy. And shorter clip, but I think this is her explanation at the end. I mean, I don't even know why he's there anymore because this explains everything. Here you go.
I was at the Union the other day, and it used to be the Multicultural Center. Yeah. It's not called that now. It's the Common Center because they want American white people to be in there too.
Oh my gosh!
But the whole
American
concept is to be submarine filled. Yeah. You see who you relate to. Not just
sir. We have another meeting. Can I give you my number?
Sure. I'm just confused by this because you said that you have to allow the whites now. You have to allow the privileged. Those were your. Is this not you?
No. I did.
That's not you in the video.
No, that must be AI. I'm sorry.
That's AI.
It's got to be. That's not me saying that.
Sure. No, that's not me. That's AI.
You're going to see more and more of that. By the way,
yeah,
I think.
Yeah. Oh man, go watch the video, and we have it on the blog. Ohio Press Network has this video embedded. Ohio.news has the first one with Jennifer, a hyphenated last name person. She is. They both are. Oh, hi, how you doing? Ohio, Accuracy in Media sounds like a little lefty group. Sounds like something a lefty group like MoveOn.org or Move On Action, that kind of thing. Kind of sounds very jingoistic and everything. So they were like, "Oh, how you doing?" And as soon as he pulls an iPad out, shows the video, and they're like, "Oh, turn around! Oh, I gotta go." And the Jennifer chick just starts walking away as fast as she could. This woman doesn't know what to do. She just literally walks around in circles. Oh dear! Oh no, that's not. Oh my gosh, we have a meeting. We're closed now. All of a sudden, we're closed. Go watch it. It's so funny. She just goes around in circles. It looks like it's hilarious. But yeah, they're doing that. They're just changing the name. And in some way, I mean, I don't know. Is this I'm not a big fan of DEI, but if they're not excluding people and they're not using tax dollar money to support these groups, they may be in a taxpayer funded building. That's one thing. But did you notice where they're getting their money from?
No.
They mentioned it in the article. They're getting grants from Apple.
Yeah, that tracks.
Apple computers.
Yeah.
Which, again...
I see that, yeah.
Again, if that's what they want to spend their money on, I get it. It's not my tax dollar money. But you are using the school property.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're going to... What teeth do they have to do anything? Are they going to take the funding away? I don't know what was in the bill. I don't even know if there was anything. Was there any penalties for continuing to teach these things? I don't know.
Yeah, no money.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how far this goes. To some extent, you really can't. If they're going to teach it, they're going to teach it. You could try to monitor it, but
there's too many schools. It's impossible because they're going to do this everywhere.
Not for long. There's less and less every year. I hear
there is, yeah.
But yeah, no, there is a ton of schools, and you're right. That's going to be hard. But that's what they're doing, and go check out the articles. The videos are pretty good. I don't know. Anything else on that?
Nope.
I think that's good on that one. I'm sure this is going on most universities. So Kent State and Ohio State are not unique. It's probably happening at most, if not all of them.
It's definitely happening at Oberlin. It's happening. It's happening everywhere. It's just
yep.
You got to be vigilant.
Yep. Yes, you do. All right. Check that one off. Next, we're going to take a ride down to see what our critter's doing. Little Columbus critters down the hallway. Oh, there they go. Oh, crap. I let them out again. Shit. I hate it when I let them out, Tom. I got to rile them up and wrangle them up. It's like herding chickens or something. But
you know what?
They don't give me any eggs or anything.
When we end this segment, we need a sound effect that closes the door.
Crap. We don't have a close the door sound effect, do we?
Yeah. I'll figure it out.
Yeah. Well, so that's good. Because, well, then if I close the door, never mind. Next on the list, Critter Corner. Ohio GOP supports dismantling the Department of Education. So we can do one of these. Thank you very much. We agree. This is I believe, a Channel 3 story. Yeah, Channel 3 story. So basically, it's kind of one of those foo-foo bills that the GOP lawmakers are putting through they've started it in committees or it's just being introduced, something like it hasn't been voted on or anything, I don't think, to formally pledge support for dismantling the U.S. Department of Education. And apparently, Mr. Thomas Jefferson, Dave Thomas, Republican Jefferson.
I was like, damn.
State Rep Dave Thomas. Go back to the beginning of the sentence, Rob. Thank you. Why are they doing this? He says, I think that the federal government and our federal partners need state support to be able to push this concept, Thomas says. So I see the impact essentially being a sign of, yes, Ohio agrees this should be done, he says. So that's basically what it is. Hey, Ohio's on board. And I wonder if, so they're going through and they're saying, all hell is going to break loose because the Department of Education is being dismantled. And what's going to happen? What's going to happen, Tom? You know what's going to happen?
Yeah, we're actually going to move up in the world in education back to where we ought to be.
So the language in the resolution states that education, quote, is not a power delegated to the federal government and historically been governed by states and local communities accountable to families, unquote. And Thomas says, I think, like I said, they need some more support. And I'm looking for that quote that has, yeah. So I'm sure a lot of folks think that when you get rid of the Department of Education, that it gets rid of all the money. Thomas says that's not what the administration has been saying. It's not what this resolution is supporting. And Thomas is claiming that the money from the federal government to fund education system in Ohio, which is about 10% of the entire budget for funding the schools, would still be received by the state, adding that in addition, Ohio educators would have more control over what they do with the money. So no strings attached. It's just a blank check for more or less from the federal government. Now, you get federal funding, they put strings on almost all of it.
Yep.
Almost all of it. You want funding for the roads? That's how we get 55 miles an hour. That's how we got it. That's how we got all the DUI laws around here. Because if you don't do this, you're going to lose your federal funding for roads. And all the states go, okay, because they have to.
Oh, really?
It's such a huge. Yeah.
I didn't realize that about the DUI stuff.
They wanted certain standards at DUI, and you couldn't do it federally, but you can force their hand by telling them, well, you might or might not lose federal funding.
Gotcha.
So, I don't have enough room to put all these in there. I'm trying to find the U.S. Department of, there's a group in here that has a quote. Oh, here it is. So first of all, one of the groups, did I have another article? Oh, I'm trying to think. Did I have two? Yeah. There's one group that is, oh crap, I just closed it. I'm having a horrible day today. There we go. There's one group that says, all hell's going to break loose and they think for some reason that this is unconstitutional. Oh wait, am I going on different? Yes, I am. I'm moving on to the next one. Hold on a second. Let me go back to this one. Sorry, folks. Well, let's wrap. That's about it. They're saying, hey, we're gonna fund it. The other side's saying, oh my gosh, all hell's gonna break loose. We don't have the Department of Education tell us what to do, and I think this is a good thing. I think it's one of those foo-foo bills that I'm all for because it shows the administration their support from Ohio. That's basically it.
Yeah.
And then you can go on for what you're getting for your money from that, but we won't. We'll move on to the next one, which is related to education, which is why I was getting confused. There is a lawsuit right now in the state of Ohio for that actually has been, they had a stay on it. So there's a lawsuit saying the voucher program, the expansion of the voucher program, Ed Choice for private school vouchers is not constitutional. And the first court ruled in favor of the lawsuit, but they put a stay on it because it's going to go up the court, up to the appeals court, Supreme Court of the state, I would imagine. So a state lawmaker has put in HB 617, which would punish
671.
61. Is it 671?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It is 671. I have 617 in my notes. Change that. Would punish, in quotes, districts who are suing the state. There's over 300, almost half the school districts in Ohio are currently in a class action lawsuit with the state over this. That's who put this into play. And Jamie Callender, Republican out of Concord, wants to put originally for 671, he wanted to put all of their state funding into escrow out of any of the schools that have joined this lawsuit. And they freaked out. They completely freaked out. See, the original draft was to take away all the funding, and as it states in an article, after the news reports the outrage, Jamie Callender decided he wants to put an amendment in the law now to only escrow the money that the districts were spending on the lawsuit. So here are school districts complaining they don't have money. They don't have enough money, but they're spending tens of thousands of dollars to lawyers to sue the state for more money.
And whose money is that?
It'd be our money.
Yep.
They're using our money. And that's his point to this is the misappropriation of funds.
Yep.
And for the city of Cleveland right now is paid, I think they said a total of about $72,000 already, I think. Yeah. Yep. $72,000 for the Cleveland Public Schools is, for example. That's what they're spending now. I mean, I'm pretty confident the schools got the money for the lawsuit from what we've learned over the past year. They got plenty of cash.
Mm-hmm.
They carry over 30 to 40% of their cash every year. This is for this, apparently, for suing the state. I don't know. Part of the issue is the school districts think if the last budget had $1 billion, or last year I think the amount spent approached $1 billion on school vouchers for private schools, and they believe if you got rid of the school expansion for ed choice, that money would go to the schools, districts, and it's not. The Columbus has said outright, just because you can cut these programs off, you're not getting the money. We're not right. We've already increased it year in, year out. We gave you an increase every year we're getting an increase, and you're still complaining. Your voter rolls or your enrollment is down in most large school districts, and you still want more money. Again, we talked about last week before, Canton, Stark County is $22,000 a year. $22,000 a year for a 73% graduation rate. So just because they can cancel school vouchers, doesn't mean that Columbus is going to give the school districts the money. So the quote here, this piece of legislation is not serious. It's not a serious piece of legislation because it's obviously unconstitutional. This is Mark Wallach, an attorney for McCarthy, Leavitt, Crystal, and Liffman that represent Vouchers Hurt Ohio. What's unconstitutional about pulling the funding? Is there something in the Constitution that says you can't do that? I don't know. Seems weird. I don't know. What do you think, Tom?
I don't know. This is just a way for schools. This is just a way for schools to stay lazy and not compete.
Yeah, that's kind of the way I look at it is they're very afraid of these this voucher program being expanded to public schools too.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't, and I think it's as the number of spent on vouchers on ed choice is as low as it is because I don't think most people know about it. I think every year more and more people know about it and more people take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Because why not? I mean, it's your tax dollars. You're paying into it. You're paying twice if you take your kids to a private school. Why should you be stuck in a crappy school district because of where you live? Oh, well then move. Oh, thanks. Is that like when I can't afford my property taxes, I should just move to? Because you keep raising them. So 300 districts, they all started this Vouchers Hurt Ohio coalition, and they're suing it. We'll see how far this gets. I'm not sure the GOP has the balls to actually pass this, but we'll see.
I don't know. We'll see. I think it passes.
And if you looked at something like Stark County, who had, I think their $170 million was their yearly budget for schools. It seems astronomical to me, but yeah, okay, $70,000. something like that number is probably not going to hurt them. But they should. I mean, I don't know. Does it make any sense to me? Does it make any sense to you? No, it doesn't. I answered it for you, Tom. Next, moving along, rambling. Next, we got to talk about some trannies, Tom. Can't go too many shows without talking about trannies nowadays.
Auto, manual, what kind?
Oh, I'd like, I'm kind of worried about my...
Cock, no cock.
Transmit. Oh, yeah, we are talking about that kind of tranny. Not the... I was kind of worried, truck trannies sometimes shifts a little differently than I like. But, nowadays, these new trannies, you can never tell the difference. So... there's some legislation. I was kind of confused on it for a minute until I actually heard this. Well, of course, it was originally a Cleveland.com story, and then, as typical, they decided to put a paywall in front of it. So I said, "No more. See ya. We're not going to use your story. We'll use somebody else's story." So now we have the State House News Bureau. New bill protects Ohio parents who reject their kids' gender identity. What a headline that is. Parents who reject their kids' gender identity need protection. Says who? So here's the story. We'll just start with the explainer here from the State House.
2 GOP state lawmakers have introduced an extensive bill restricting the actions doctors, nurses, and social workers can take against parents or guardians who reject a child's gender identity. It's the most thorough of its kind nationwide, according to conservative think tank the Heritage Foundation.
Conservative think tank.
Named the Affirming Families First Act, it offers parents broad protections from being investigated for abuse or neglect and from custody decisions based solely on their, quote, affirming a child's sex rather than a child's gender identity. Here's Republican Representative Josh Williams.
They should not have to choose between maintaining their moral beliefs or abandoning those beliefs just to raise their own children or provide a safe home for children that are the most vulnerable in our state.
Professionals who don't follow suit could lose their licenses. LGBTQ rights organizations and legislative Democrats are denouncing the bill, which has yet to get its first hearing. Sarah Donaldson, the Ohio Public Radio State House News Bureau.
I talk like this because I want people to think I'm smart.
That's what I was planning on getting the clip. I think I tried this before and I forgot again. Remember The Ring? The movie The Ring?
Yeah.
Oh, so scary. I think we talked about this before. That's what's that. I've heard her before. It's probably the same woman that went. Let me get the clip. So these horrible Republicans don't want to punish parents who reject their gender identity of their kids. These bastards. I tell you what. That's what I was stumbling over last show, or the last story was right-wing Heritage Foundation, but the Vouchers Hurt Ohio Coalition, not left-wing. Just a standard Vouchers Hurt Ohio Coalition.
Right.
But they had at one point they had I forget, Ohio America First Foundation was talking about, the GOP Department of Education, and again they have here the right wing Heritage Foundation, but there's never any left wing foundations. I feel bad for them. So basically, in current law, you could use this against parents who were in a custody battle, or if the kid went to Child Protective Services and said, "Oh, my parents won't acknowledge my gender identity," you could technically, I think, get your kid taken away. I don't think anyone has that I know of, but that's kind of what they're looking at. And then any kind of funding, I think school funding and healthcare funding and that kind of stuff, all that stuff could be taken away in the current form if you rejected. Sound about right to you?
I have no idea. So if I have a daughter that thinks she's a boy,
mm-hmm.
I can reject that idea, right?
Yes.
They're trying to make it legal for me to reject that?
They're trying to protect you from being punished for common sense. So currently in the law now, there is nothing that says, because I think the law is general enough where it says if you're harming your kid or if your mental or physical abuse, then you can have your kid taken away. Or if you're going through a custody battle and the wife wants transition, the dad doesn't, or in very rare cases, vice versa, you could lose a custody battle because of that. That could be considered as harm, I think, is where they're going with it. And this would prevent that from happening. Because at first I was confused. I wasn't sure which way I knew it was GOP bill, but it doesn't mean anything to me. And I thought maybe it was going the other way, but it's not.
Gotcha.
So,
well, I mean, I guess if I think I guess I don't know enough about this. I guess if you're in a custody battle and the mom wants to transition her kid and you don't, and this offers protection for you.
That's what.
Okay, then that's a good thing. I don't know.
And the name of it, they even put it.
I can't believe we even have to talk about this, but
yeah, exactly. They even trolled in the name of the bill, the Affirming Families First Act, introduced by Gary Glick, Republican out of Vickery, Ohio, and Representative Josh Williams, Republican out of Sylvania Township. Bill 693 offers parents broad protection from being investigated or for abuse or neglect, and from custody decisions based solely on their affirming of a child's sex rather than a child's gender identity.
Right.
So yeah, that kind of explains it right there. So that's good. I like that. Unfortunately, we do need that.
I guess so. Yeah. I mean,
sucks that I have to say that shit, but we do need that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's messed up.
I wish we didn't have to have so many laws, but
actually,
this is why we can't have nice things.
I want to get rid of all the laws and start over, except for the Bill of Rights.
Yes, we'll start with those first 10. Well, we made the first 20 or so.
No, 19 needs to go.
Not in order.
Okay.
Not in order, I'm just saying.
Okay.
Out of the first 24, 25, we could take a few out, like the 19th, and just keep like 10 or 15 of them. I'm sure there's some other ones in there we could take out.
Mm-hmm.
And tell us where what ones you would take out of those first 24 or 25 by sending us an email, crookedrivercast@gmail.com. Check out the website, share it with your friends, crookedrivercast.com. Shared it with a friend of mine a couple days ago. I think we might got a new listener. He was very excited, thought we sounded great. So it's always good to hear back from an old friend I hadn't seen in a while and talk to him about it. So he downloaded it once. Let's hope he downloads it more.
And
share it with your friends.
He tells his friends.
And he tells his friends, yes. And he shares it with his friends. And he tells his mom and his dad and his sister and everybody. Leaves a comment even on your favorite podcasting app. Send us your feedback. Send us your stories. Help us out. We do get some boots on the ground reports.
Rate us on Apple too.
Yeah, rate us, please.
If it's good.
Yeah.
If it's bad, just send us an email.
Yeah, if it's bad, just send us an email or not. No, send us an email. We want to hear what you think and what we're missing. Give us some help with some stories in your area. Give us sometimes we could use a refresher or pull us back into stories that we get off topic, or we get off the rails on certain, or we get away from, I should say, and bring us back in sometimes. Get help from listeners. Always a good idea. So crookedrivercast.com every Monday. Check out the blog if you want to read the stories that we are reading.
You know what? We've gotten a couple of emails from a couple different listeners with constructive criticism.
Yes.
We'd like more of that, actually. We want to improve.
Yeah. We want to make sure we're doing it the way you guys like it and not annoying you. It's probably a good idea, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Usually helps to build a show. But send us your feedback. We really appreciate it. And thank you for listening. All right. Next, we have follow-up from last week's story. The Sheriff's Department, Cuyahoga County, is wildly over budget for overtime, apparently. $40-some million of overtime, $27 million of it for the Sheriff's Department alone. Talking about last week, now they're fighting. Mom and dad are fighting. I'm not sure who's the mom. Oh, I know who's the mom is. So now we talked about there's a possible lawsuit last week, and apparently it was filed. Sheriff's Department is suing the county executive's office for overstepping overstepping it and taking control of what he is calling a independent sheriff's department, according to the law, which he might be right on. But let's listen to the clip.
This is not personal. It's not political. I have great respect for the executive.
Cuyahoga County Sheriff Harold Patel has filed a civil lawsuit against County Executive Chris Ronayne.
But I can tell you that there was extensive discussion, deliberation, and intentional thought on this filing.
In the lawsuit, Patel accuses Ronayne of improperly trying to take over his department's finances, payroll, and human resources. Patel argues those powers belong solely to the sheriff under the county charter and a 2019 voter-approved amendment that expanded the office's autonomy.
And the charter is very specific when it states that the office of the sheriff's department, shall be independent.
The lawsuit comes amid scrutiny over the department's spending. In 2024, we reported the sheriff's office was $12 million over budget, with overtime drawing particular attention. But Patel says about 60% of overtime costs are tied to negotiated union contract increases. He also points to staffing shortages, court security mandates, and hospital transports as major drivers.
Our fiscal functions have been audited by the Ohio auditor. None of these had any fraud, abuse, anything like that.
The lawsuit asks the judge to declare that Ronayne exceeded his authority and to reverse any actions taken against the department. Ronayne's office says it is aware of the lawsuit and declined an interview. In a statement, it said in part, quote, "We are disappointed that Sheriff Patel has chosen to waste public taxpayer money on a meritless lawsuit."
Well, I'd like to know what these contractual agreements are that forces you to, does it force you into overtime? I don't understand what that meant. The union contract would be a part of the reason why they're so far over budget on overtime? I don't understand how that would work.
I think it's mismanagement. I don't see how. You either don't have enough people or...
Right. And that's what they're like, well, what are we supposed to do? Okay, you're $12 million over budget, and he's saying, well, it's not fraud. Okay, great. That's great. I don't necessarily believe you, but that's great. You get audited and all that stuff. But it's not just about fraud, you dipshit. It's also, let's start with public safety. Let's start with officers who have working 80 hours a week. An hour 72... How good is that guy at his shot at hour 72 of the week? You think he's well rested, working 12-hour days, 14-hour days all the time? Because that's what we're talking about here.
I wouldn't want to be pulled over by that guy because
no,
they're going to have a short temper and most likely, I would imagine.
Yeah, we get it. You need more. Maybe you need more officers. That's the point. It's not just to give a few officers hundreds of thousands of dollars if people don't remember or didn't hear. We're talking some 5 or 6 officers who got paid more in overtime than they did in their regular pay.
Yeah, more overtime than straight pay. I think one officer made over $300,000 that year, where their salary was around $125.
Yeah,
something like that.
That's $175,000 in overtime.
That is insane.
And you're going to need probably more officers, considering now you're going to put the county jail, I don't know, 20 minutes outside of downtown. You're going to need more, those hospital transports and all that kind of stuff. And the other thing, we need these hospital transports because we don't have a doctor. Okay. $12 million over budget, which is $27 million of overtime. You budgeted $15 million of overtime. How about you take $1 million and hire 2 doctors? Probably get a couple good doctors for $500,000 a year, you think?
I don't even think you need to spend that much.
No, you don't. But let's get good doctors. Let's just throw caution to the wind. Price is no object, because apparently that's what he's doing. But just get a couple of really good doctors, and that way the prisoners can have Class A healthcare, and you still be saving a ton of cash. Ridiculous. I'm just trying to be crazy with it. Let's get like a brain surgeon to take care of the anal warts for the inmates. He's a really good guy. So they're suing each other, and guess who's paying for it? We are. Yay!
Yeah, right. Unelected officials. Awesome.
So who's overseeing this guy? Who oversees him?
Apparently nobody.
If the executive, the top lawman of the county, can't put checks and balances on the sheriff department, who does? Because we can't. We don't elect him. This bozo did. Renane.
Mm-hmm.
Who's up for re-election. Maybe we'll talk about it next week, but he's going to skate right in. I think last time he won by 40%. He's going to skate right in.
I don't think he didn't have anybody running against him, did he?
Oh, is that it?
I don't know.
And he's still, I think you might be right. This is one of those offices on the ballot where it only has one person on it, and I just skip right past it because what's the point?
Mm.
Like judges and stuff. I don't know who you are, and it's only one of you, so what does it really matter? So there you have that. They're still fighting, and as usual, the lawyers will be the only ones who win because they're going to get a new house or another Mercedes out of it. And let's see, going on to the next one. This is a quick one here. I don't know. Maybe I read this wrong. What?
I didn't see this. I mean, is this the podcast thing?
Yeah. Did you hear it?
No, I didn't.
Oh, so maybe
it didn't play for me. So.
Oh, maybe I'm being a little too harsh, but it seems that there's a podcast. I guess it can't. It's coming back or something. It says this because this was the post on X. Ask Cuyahoga. Coming back, and here's the clip that they posted. And I thought Ask Ohio has proven that you can ask dumb questions. Here's the Ask Ohio.
If we can protect our iPhones with a passcode, why can't we store this firearm with the same type of code to ensure that our children and our family are safe?
And I thought, if we had like a large metal box or small, you could various sizes, and we put this passcode that she's talking about, I don't know, this weird thing called a passcode. And then you would put this passcode in to unlock the box that you put your gun in to keep it safe. Ooh. Tom, I think this might be an exit strategy. I don't know. That's the way I took it. If we can only have a way with something with a code on it to protect our guns. And
does she want to mandate it? Is that what
like
it is?
Like a gun safe?
Yeah.
A gun safe? I have no idea. I just saw that clip and I was like,
it's a stupid clip. But
does she know we have that already?
Yeah, but I'm guessing she wants to mandate it, like some other states and countries even have a mandate for that.
She did not explain herself.
Yeah, it's
in the
just
best
a clip,
way.
so you have to listen to the whole podcast and throw up a little.
Probably, and I didn't do that. I'm sorry. I should really know better. I should have sacrificed for the audience and our listeners. But I didn't. I thought I was like, yeah, maybe a gun safe. Could probably make those things and make some money off it. This is America, by the way. I know it's hard to think of what we could do with that.
That had 300 views and 2 comments, one of them being us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And 1 bookmark, which is probably
me.
Yeah.
Probably me.
And 3 likes. So
one of them, not me.
Again, Cuyahoga County, nobody.
We get what we deserve. We get what we deserve. And next, I think we're going to have, where is my story? Here it is. This is Cleveland. This is, what channel is this? Channel 9 out of Cincinnati. And the story is, again, not nothing too, I just wanted to ask a couple questions on this. So the story is study. Ohio price cycling makes Mondays the best day for gas savings. And I'm thinking they spent money on this study. I'd like to know. I tried to look real quick before and I couldn't find it.
Who did the study?
I'd like to know how much. I don't know. I don't think I even found that part of it. Nationwide study. I don't think it's
a year-long study. Somebody a year-long study. Somebody just took prices from Gas Buddy and put it in like a spreadsheet type of thing. That's all.
Yes. Okay. So there wasn't. I was wondering how much money they spent because
this wasn't like a study. I don't think.
Oh, okay. This was not. Hey, some days gas is cheaper than other days. Apparently Mondays is the best.
You know what? I saw this article and I was like thinking about it, and I've been watching that lately. And around here, it's more like a Tuesday.
Yeah, but how much does it go down?
Dude, it's been jumping up and down 20, 30 cents.
Okay. Because
it was literally $2.59 on Wednesday or Thursday. And then I'm going to work the next day. I was like, well, I'm going to stop if it's still $2.59. And even though I wasn't, I still had like a little less than half a tank because I knew it was going to go up, but it went up to $3, $2.99. So yeah, it makes a difference.
Okay. I guess. I mean, but
it does. I mean, a couple cents doesn't make a, I don't care about that.
Point. But most of the time it's a couple cents.
No, it's not. Not lately. Not lately. Lately, it's been anywhere between 10 to 30 cents. And yeah, when you're doing fine, it's not a lot, but it is to some people.
So if it's 4 cents more a gallon or 4 cents less, and you go to the one, if you go down a day it's 4 cents less, you've saved 40 to 80 cents.
Yeah, I'm not talking about 4 cents. I'm talking about 30 cents.
Yeah, what's I bring up there? The difference on what day you can fill up can be 4 to 9 cents a gallon.
Yeah, that's BS. Around here it is, at least. Maybe that's the average across the country or something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If it's 20 or 30 or 40 cents, yeah, you can start talking dollars. But
yeah,
even at 10 cents a gallon, you can save $1 for, again, it's $1. I'm not discounting the dollar. But I had a friend that she would go to the ends of the earth for 2 cents less on the gas station. I mean, she would wait 10 extra minutes in traffic to go to one across the street. And I was like, for what? You saved like 8 cents.
Yeah, no, I know people that will drive 5 miles out of their way because it's 10 cents cheaper. I don't do that, but I pass up 4 or 5 gas stations on the way home or on the way to work, and I won't go to the cheapest one because the cheapest one I think I don't like too much, but I will try to get it on a day that it's less.
Yeah, I don't know. I just go when I need to go.
Yeah, I get it. You're doing fine.
I know, because I'd be doing so much better if I save 4 cents. It's $4 every couple of weeks.
Well, I'm not okay. Yeah, but I'm not. I've never seen it just move 4 cents. I've seen it move 4 or 5 cents in a day. But when what I've been noticing is like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's cheaper, and then it's 20, 30 cents more on a Thursday, Friday, and then I don't know when it starts dropping again. But
right, and then on an average tank of gas, you'd save $3 to $5.
Yeah, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It doesn't move the needle for me though. Even I don't care how well you're doing. That doesn't.
If somebody's paycheck to paycheck, that is a difference. You get
1 extra gallon.
Yeah, okay. That's an extra day of driving.
It's something. I don't think it's like this boon of if you wait till Mondays, you're going to save all this money.
Being very arrogant there. I think to some people it does make a big difference.
I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm saying they're making it like, oh well, you could really save a lot of money. No, not really.
It's an article.
You could save like $10 a year.
Look, they suckered us into talking about this.
I know, as I'm making fun of them. That's why I'm trying to push my point. Now, damn it, this whole story was so I can make fun of them. Stop it.
It says study. This was no study.
There was no study.
Somebody took an hour and took the info from Gas Buddy and kind of made article here.
Made an article. So Mondays, the best bet.
Yeah, that's what they say. I think it's more like Tuesday and Wednesday around here.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never really paid attention. I mean, it's always been what it is. It's like
because you're doing great.
Because I'm doing great. So when I was 22 and I was paycheck to paycheck and I still did the same thing.
Well, that's just stupid then.
No, it's not. It doesn't help me at all to waste my time to spend an extra $2 to spend 3 extra minutes to go to the next gas station. It's not worth my time. My time is more valuable than that.
You're talking about going to another gas station for 2 cents. Yeah. I'm talking about 30 cents. Waiting
and I'm talking about 30 cents. Even at 30 cents, it doesn't move me for $3.50.
Okay, that's you.
My time is more valuable than that.
It's not time though.
It is.
No, it's not. Yeah, if you're going out of your way, but if you're not going
that's what I mean. That's
this
a lot
is just
of
talking about what day it's on.
Yeah. Well, okay.
So if I can wait a day later to get the gas to save a few bucks, I'll do that. Or if I get it a day early, I'll do that.
Right. I've always just been.
But I'm not driving out on my way to save, save $1. That's retarded. But
right. That's kind of why I look at it. That's what it feels like to me. Like, oh, you better wait a day, and well, it's convenient today, not tomorrow. So just get your gas. It doesn't matter. Silliness.
Okay.
Talked about it for 10 minutes now.
You're the one who talked about it. I could have kept going.
I know, but you're the one saying it's a big deal. You say $3.
I didn't say it was a big deal. I just said if I can, I'm going to try to save a few bucks.
Yeah. I'm just so rich. I'm just swinging.
I know you're one of the richies, obviously.
I'm screwed. Yeah, obviously. Because I don't want to spend. I spend $3. Whoa, big spender I am.
Huh?
Big spender I am. I just think the older I get, the more I'm more looking at time. I feel like time's winding down for me.
I don't see how. Well, okay, yeah. I mean, if you're driving,
the older I get, the more valuable my time is. Let's see. Oh yeah, next. This was a good one. We'll round it out with the main stories with this one. Cleveland Heights. Why always going back to Cleveland Heights? They are so wacky. They're fun. They're fun to make fun of. Cleveland Heights, man, they've really got it down. They are proposing free legal clinics for immigrants.
Immigrants or illegals?
Immigrants, Tom.
Okay, they're all immigrants. Notice how they've gone completely away from migrants to illegal. They haven't used the illegal in a long time, but now they're just all immigrants.
All immigrants. And, it's all fun and games until you want to start spending money. So let's listen to Channel 19 News on what Cleveland Heights wants to do. See if we can find a commonality here with these stories and who were, who's kind of pushing this whole thing. Maybe we can point it out.
The fear among immigrants in Cleveland Heights began last January with ice raids at Cilantro Taqueria on Coventry Road. Councilwoman Jessica Cohen says the issue is personal for her. She's worked with the Cleveland Metropolitan Bar Association to offer free virtual legal clinics for immigrants.
We provided with Cleveland Heights for Immigrant Rights the name and the commitment of a bilingual immigration attorney who is willing to offer at least 3 legal clinics for the Cleveland Heights community, in particular immigrants.
Groups like Cleveland Heights for Immigrant Rights have pushed for immigrant support, holding rallies and events. A member, Carly Whitaker, told council she praised their work so far.
Putting some legal clinics in place for members of our community, immigrant members of our community, can happen as early as the end of this month.
At their last meeting, Cleveland Heights City Council members agreed with the concept of the free immigration legal clinics, but the question, would the city put any money toward them?
To contribute $200,000 of taxpayer money to legal aid for immigrants in need of those services. We have heard you.
Councilmember Gail Larson supports the clinics, but Cleveland Heights for Immigrant Rights are now pushing for more than clinics. They want money put toward representation of immigrants in civil court cases.
To help
where's the cash?
Our residents who might be afraid right now for what's going on and give them some good advice.
The group has also worked to get 85 businesses in Cleveland Heights to sign a pledge to protect the rights of immigrants while council discusses the issue again on Tuesday night. To be determined when the clinics will be held and how to sign up. Vic Gideon, 19 News.
So why do immigrants need so much legal assistance? So much legal advice? Unless they're not all immigrants. Could that be? I don't know. Maybe. Did you notice a commonality in there?
No.
Hey, where are all the white women at? Yeah, they're all in Cleveland Heights bitching about immigrants.
I think we should just make a parking lot out of Cleveland Heights.
Suicidal empathy. The Cleveland Heights is okay. They're supporting the concept of legal clinics, but they want $200,000 for legal clinics. Because they had some raid at one of the I think we covered it on one of the Mexican restaurants. Cilantro thing, yeah.
Cilantro taqueria. That was one of the first ones. I remember hearing about it at work because I think we occasionally get lunch from there. And it was like, oh no more lunch.
Sorry. Lunch is going to be tied up for a little while.
No, I don't think I think ICE did go in there and arrest a few people, but it was.
I think one person or something like that.
3 or something. I forget. It wasn't a lot.
This is what we talked about, I think, last week when they were like, they can go and they can look at what you look like and your language and where you're working. They shouldn't be able to do any of that. Like, oh, okay.
Serve me a taco. I'm looking at you funny. Yeah,
I'm not saying, get my taco done first. If ICE can just wait till my taco gets done, I'd be much appreciated. Because I would be hungry if I was going in there. So they're all fun and games until they bring up the cash.
That was early on too. So I'd imagine those were pretty, like real criminals probably wanted, not just illegal immigrants.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I would think they weren't just going in, just looking for people that are here illegally at that time, because that was like real early on. I think they were looking for people that are wanted or.
Yes, they had specific people they were looking for. I don't know if they had warrants. They had not warrants, but orders of removal. Mm-hmm. And they were looking for specific people. Yes, and then if you didn't have papers, if you don't have your ID, they're going to take you in and check on you until you can prove who you are. If you're caught in the crossfire, you're going to go along with the people they were looking for. If you're not going to cooperate, if you're not going to give them your name, mm-hmm. or if you do give them your name and it doesn't check out and you don't have any valid ID, then you're going downtown, as they say, and they're going to check you out until they figure. This is not abnormal behavior from law enforcement.
No.
This is just virtue signaling. And then it got real when they wanted $200,000 in cash. They went, where is it at? There it is. Hold the phone here. Wait, you want how much? No, we don't like you that much.
Yeah.
You see how much money we don't have? Yeah, Cleveland Heights ain't got no money, so what are they going to do? But they probably will spend it on this.
I was going to say, they'll probably try to find a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with all the people I saw in the council meeting or whatever it is, it's definitely
stop painting the crosswalks, rainbow colors. You might save enough money to give it to the illegal aliens.
But it really makes the gay people feel comfortable and wanted when you paint crosswalks. I'm trying to. Yeah, it still doesn't make sense.
No.
All right, we will continue on with our final segment.
We bring good things to light,
which is our good things segment. I guess I'm going to apologize ahead of time. Kind of a lame good segment this week, but it is what it is. Mm. But this one's kind of cool. I was hoping it's already done, so you really can't do anything. So 2026 St. Jude Dream Home tickets are sold out, but the Dream Home they're giving away, they're raffling off, is in Ohio, Northeast Ohio. They raffled off, I think, 28,000 tickets. All got raffled off in about a day and a half, 2 days. And the help raised $2.8 million to support St. Jude Research Hospital. This year is the 14th Fox St. Jude Dream Home. And it looks like, I was trying to figure out where they're putting it at. Does it tell you where? It's in Northeast Ohio. It doesn't give you the city. I thought it did. Oh, yeah, it is. It's in Brecksville.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice house.
It's always
Northeast worth about 800.
It's always Northeast Ohio, isn't it?
Is it?
I thought the last one was like Fox, Westlake or something. I forget.
Fox News teams up with St. Jude, it seems like. Yeah,
gotcha.
Right. The house raffled off is valued at about $800,000. So it's like a 1,200 square foot one bedroom. And no, it's 30 over 3,000 square foot finished living space, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, and a 2-car garage. Nice.
Yeah. Jesus.
First floor includes a dedicated mudroom.
Yeah, I want one of those.
A study. And it has an auxiliary 5th bedroom with a walk-in pantry. Well, shoot.
The study would be my podcast room.
What a great, an open concept kitchen flows into the dining and living areas. Yep. So they are other prizes. So you got second and third round. You just us that one prize. They got a bunch of stuff on there. Check it out. Well, don't check it out because you can't buy any tickets anymore. But if you did, good luck to you. So more charity. And last but not least, definitely not least, it's fish fry season. Said no kid ever. It is Lent season, and I did not go to a fish fry this weekend because going to a fish fry in the first weekend of Lent is just crazy. You got to wait a couple weeks, let the crowds die down. But here's a list. We'll put it in the show notes. Check it out, the blog. Just a list of Northeast Ohio fish fries at your local church and community centers. Go check them out. Go on a little fish fry road trip. Check out different ones.
You have, what is it, 5 weeks, 6 weeks? 6 weeks.
Yep, 6 weeks.
5 weeks left now.
There is a ton of them. So you got a map here with a bunch of fish everywhere. You could tell you exactly where we need to go. Imagine that. It's all really clustered on one area. Huh. Damn Polacks. And check it out. Tell us what you think. Tell us what your favorite fish fry is. I don't know if I have a favorite fish fry. I'm trying to think.
Last year I went to my favorite fish fry locally here was at the Brew Wall. And I don't like that place. I don't like going there, but they did have a good fish fry.
Is that Antonio's Brew Wall?
Yeah, Antonio's runs it. And they have it's out in, I don't know, is that Broadview Heights or North Royalton?
Yeah, I've been to one in Fairlawn.
Yeah, I don't like the experience there because it's not like I'd rather sit at a bar or at a table where you get waited on. Yeah, it's
you walk up and order at the like when you walk up to a normal place and get your table, that's where you order, and then you go sit down and they bring it out to you. It's very weird, but they do have lots of beers.
Yeah. No, the Brew Wall is cool. I just wish it was you were waited on, not.
Yeah, it feels like a concept brought out of COVID, like less staffing. You don't need. Maybe a couple people run the place.
I don't know. You're touching everything though.
Well, I mean, they can't find enough people.
Oh, I got you.
To fill the place, so it's a low staff kind of idea. That's what it feels like to me. But
I don't know if it didn't feel like there was less people there. There were still people coming up to the table. They could have been waiting, but maybe it's easier to find people because you're actually paying them. They're not really working for tips.
Yeah.
So maybe they're paying them a little bit more, and it's easier to find people. So
I a few less there and pay them more, get a better service, possibly. It does feel weird. It doesn't feel like, I don't know. Like
I don't know if it's better service. You pay them more. I don't know. A good waitress makes pretty good dollars if she, at the right place, not every place, but a good waitress can rack it in, man, with tips, man.
She can afford to buy gas like on a Friday, right?
Well,
that crazy kind of stuff. A good wait. I love good. I take good waitresses as much as I possibly can because
I go over the 20% mark for a good waitress anytime.
You almost have to now. 20% doesn't seem like enough anymore, but for a good one, definitely upwards of 30% sometimes.
20% is kind of like my minimum, unless they were really bad, which is rare now. But 20 to 30%.
So it was good there though. It was good the food was good though, right?
The food was great. Yeah, it's Antonio's food, and the fish fry was really good.
Yeah, I had a really good smash burger there once. Which was odd from a pizza place.
Okay,
from traditionally pizza place.
You're right,
but it was really good. Yeah, I've been there 2 or 3 times. A Fairlawn one. It's been good, but it is a little weird on the service part. But and then you sit there, and you get the little wristband.
Yeah,
and it just calls to you. I'll go try another one. And you just look at that long wall of beer, and you just go, okay, I'll try another one. It just talks to you.
Then you figure out how much those beers cost you, and you're like,
oh my gosh. Yeah, it's crazy. I thought I put $20 down. I'm done already. I had 2 sips. And
for the people that don't know what we're talking about, you could buy beer by the ounce. So they have a wall of beer taps, and you could, it's fun if you're really into beer. It's kind of cool because you could try 3 ounces at a time, but you're getting charged a premium for that.
Yeah, per the ounce, which is ridiculous. I think $20, and it was like 2 glasses of beer.
Basically, that's what it turns out.
2.5 glasses. I'm like, holy cow! Good thing is I got an expense account.
Yeah, right. If you're doing that for work, that's awesome. But
yeah, but you really can't.
They do have a wall with like old fashioned.
Yeah, they have bourbon walls
and a wine.
And wine.
Yeah, so it's cool. I just wish the atmosphere was a little different, I guess.
Yeah, it's almost a little like fast food kind of feel.
Yeah, it's weird. Even if they had a bar to sit at, but that doesn't make sense either because it's a brew wall, right? It's just
yes. It's a whole defeating the purpose. Anyway, Lent fish fries. Go check them out. Let us know. Seriously, let us know if you have like one that you always go to and it's really good or unique or some ways, because I'm always looking for something different to go to for fish fries, and I'm always going to different areas. So it's fun. They got menus on this site and everything else, tell you how much everything costs. I mean, it's pretty nice. So about 15 pages there's probably 30 or 40 different fish fry places on this website. So check it out and send us your favorite fish fry in the area to crookedrivercast@gmail.com. Shoot us an email. Tell us what you think of the show. Really appreciate you listening. And next week, we're going to be back at it again with another show. We'll probably talk about things in Ohio, because that's what we do. And send us an email. Check out the website. Check out the blog when it comes out Monday. And we really thank you for listening. And we'll talk to you next week.
Peace.